Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Yeah, we got a couple of more battles. Got this meeting and another one. Which, well, we're gonna see what that is after this one. It's the two Alaska-class battlecruisers, Alaska and Guam. A couple of DDs and torpedo boats for escorts. So not really a lot of combat potential other than maybe launching some torpedoes and then getting out. Outside of my two battlecruisers, of course. Facing off against a Mars-class battleship, as yet unencountered. So it's going to be exciting to see what this is. It's quite fast, unlike the Lord Nelson class. And while then I criticized the Lord Nelson for having not really big enough guns, this certainly does. 6 18.1-inch guns. And one of the Monarch Royal Alfred class battlecruisers. Very budget friendly, but that's about it. And a bunch of DDs and torpedo boats. So, let's see how this goes. Now, in my previous battles against the British, I haven't really been able to do that much. Damaging some battleships, maybe sinking one or two, and then running out of ammo and running away. I think that's gonna be maybe the case here too. Although they only have two capital ships, so we are equal in that regard. They also have two light cruisers and a lot more DDs and torpedo boats. So yeah, that's gonna be well, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So the battleship looks decent, just from that miniature picture. Okay, let's get my stuff organized. These are 39 class torpedo boats, so they have decent torpedo range, 25 kilometers. As to my DDs, so we're gonna see about maybe just launching at max range into the enemy formation. What kind of range are we at now? Ooh, we are hitting something. They are targeting my DDs. What am I hitting? DDs. Well, that's nice. But maybe you should focus the capital ships. So this is their was it Mars class battleship? 18-inch guns. What kind of main gun range do you have? Oh, yeah. We are inside of that main gun range. Okay, I'm already sinking some of their ships. Ooh. Let's select some torpedo targets and just withdraw with the torpedo boats. And I think we're gonna do the same with the DDs. Aggro. Aggro. Did both of you launch? Both of you launched. have you launched yet? Come on, get those torpedoes in the water. Oh, your torpedoes are off. Thought I set both of you to aggro. Guess I didn't. That explains why I didn't launch. The error was on my part. And that's gonna cost me a DD. We've somehow scored 9 torpedo hits while I was messing about with the with this DD. What have I hit? Well, it's kind of hard to say. Yeah, that's kind of hard to say what I hit. That is the battleship. That is the battlecruiser. So perhaps, yeah, the 3204's death might not be in vain. She hasn't scored any torpedo hits, but the other ones did. Maybe they're gonna hit something. Yeah, there we go. Score a torpedo hit. Okay. Now we only have the battlecruisers to worry about. I want to keep them just focused on the battleship and battlecruiser for now. Seems to be working. That's the battlecruiser with the weird reverse super firing guns. Yeah, they're doing much better than the super battleship in the last episode. That battlecruiser is gonna die. The battleship is firing back. Two DDs here. They don't have that great torpedo range. Am I penetrating the decks? Oh wow, these have incredible deck penetration. 35 kilometers. Yeah, 10.9 inches of deck penetration. Maybe my next super battleship will just be armed with 14-inch guns instead of 18s. They seem to be performing much better. Okay, now both of you focus on the battleship. Oh, they killed a torpedo boat. Actually, DD 3202 has her torpedoes reloaded, so she might make a return. I design my next battleship or battlecruiser, I need to do some direct comparison with the 14s and the other guns, because these seem to be just very effective. Okay, the Mars class is identified. Let's take a look. See what it's made of. It's got good armor. Oh, decent armor. It is like decently fast. Many bulkheads. Mark III 18s. So it's not brand new. I know the British have Mark IV up to 19s now. Maybe even 20s. Cap ballistic semi-AP. Okay, that's why your AP range is only 29.4. Gear turbines 2. Class A armor. Heavy shells. Okay. Semi-AP 18. That's gonna hurt a lot if it hits and penetrates, but the pen is not impressive. Like, this is gonna potentially one-shot a cruiser. But against a battle cruiser or battleship? I don't think it will be too much of a threat. Are you in torpedo range yet? No, you're just kind of herding the enemy ships back towards my battle cruisers, and that's fine. Oh yeah, it's the Guam targeting these. Both of you just focus on the Mars. Even if the Guam is doing very good work. Are we in range yet? We are, but they're still heading away. Yeah. So the point they have to aim at, like to lead the target, still out of range. Yeah, see, it does do a lot of damage. Just doesn't do the damage often enough. Oh wait, 34-second reload? That's actually very, forget what I said. You guys, fire AP. Sink it. There we go. Alaska and Guam. You have launched. Now you can get out. Here are some of my torpedoes. They might hit something. Yes. Pandora, tinfoil ship, but it has a lot of torpedoes. Speaking of torpedoes, I don't want to get hit by my own. Where are they? These are like the super fast DDs. Secondaries, please. I can outrun the light cruisers. I cannot outrun the DDs. 5-inch guns are opening up. Fortune is so fast. There we go. Both light cruisers are dead. Fortune is so fast, it's kind of hard to hit. Although we do hit it. And blow it out of the water before it can launch torpedoes. Go on. Twister. Yeah, seems like this time I might be able to actually just wipe them out. Tancred and Jed. Tancred takes a big hit. And another couple of big hits. And yeah, that was it. Clean sweep. Did lose a DD. That was very much on my part for not realizing I still had the torpedoes turned off. The torpedo boat is just... yeah. They are kind of expendable. The thing with them is that torpedo boats have so little resistance, and because they cannot have any more than 0 armor, if they even take one random hit, they just kind of disappear. DD-32 did some damage though, before she sank. 3202 did the most. 4 torpedo hits, 1 torpedo hit. 1 torpedo hit. Wait. Now, how is this possible? 1 torpedo hit. 5 torpedo hits. 6 torpedo hits. I had 11, didn't I? How that possible? Did they hit their own ships with torpedoes? Is that why? 17,000 damage. Who did you hit for 17,000 damage? None of my ships. Yeah, you scored 5 torpedo hits. Against what? It's kind of hard to say. But definitely not one of my ships. Because I did not take any torpedo hits. So yeah, that was... I did not score 11 torpedo hits. I scored 5. No, 6. And this guy scored 5 on one of its own ships. Good work. Good job, Avon. Okay, let's see what the next battle is. Oh! China! It's not against the British. We got 2 Gong class, Quahar class heavy cruiser, and a bunch of light cruisers and torpedo boats, facing off against the Panama class battle cruisers. Some Indianapolis class light cruisers, excuse me, with the 5-inch guns, and a bunch of torpedo boats. Yeah, let's fight the Chinese again. Alright. Already firing. Torpedo boats, 39 class. Am I just gonna group you all in one big flotilla? Do the classic thing where I just try and launch at max range into the blob and then pull you out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Samoa, you can join the division. And no, Malaya is obviously not a British warship, because Malaya is now an American territory. Okay, these are... oh, yeah, these are even faster than the Fargos. And cheaper. Probably better in most ways. Let's take a look at these. Oh yeah, that's my kind of attempt at an Atlanta class. Had to go kind of overboard with the funnels because that's what I had to do. Yes, I'm not going to tether you to the battle cruisers because you are that fast. It can probably be of use. Screening against the mass of Chinese torpedo boats. Okay, are we in range? Just about. Ooh, scoring some big hits. Let's now select some targets. Like so, like so, like so. Now make sure to turn on the torpedoes for all of you. Torps are going out, at least some of them. Might get some hits. Potentially. Now let's I think my battlecruisers are all targeting like the same ships. Which is just really not necessary. Yeah, my 5-inch guns don't have a lot of range, do they? Are we gonna burn this battleship? We might actually burn this battleship. Oh, torpedoes. Dead torpedo. Okay, let's reselect targets here. Battle cruisers on the battleships, please. There we go. Whoa, frame rate is not liking this. Absolute carnage. Okay, I'm gonna reduce the game speed here just to not cook my GPU. Okay, yeah, these take care of light ships quite effectively. Are you gonna eat those 2 torpedoes, Havana? Yes, you are. Oh, that's a lot of torpedoes incoming. Unlucky, Havana. You can detach, go home. You 3 continue murdering DDs. That's the battlecruiser dead. That's a light cruiser very dead. Next battlecruiser is almost also dead. I think I'm just gonna take my cruisers and go home, and leave the rest up to the battle cruisers because they have no more DDs and torpedo boats. Oh, you just load AP and sink it. I'm gonna do a little bit of maneuvering now. Because there might be torpedoes incoming. Yeah, that's one dead battlecruiser. Back to auto. You can just select your own targets. Let's see here. Quahar. Yeah, that's this is an old ship because it's from before that version of the mod that limited armor thickness for heavy cruisers. So you could not build a heavy cruiser with this kind of armor now. It's probably the best heavy cruiser they have. They cannot recreate it. as good as it is, going up against battle cruisers, kind of outmatched. Speaking of outmatched, tinfoil armor. It's an expensive light cruiser. It's stupidly fast though. You're doing the conga line. You were sailing in such a nice formation before, then I turned you around and now it's just let's reduce formation speed. Maybe that's gonna help. Even maneuvering like that though, they're hitting what they're trying to hit. Their target. That's the word. Is that it? No, they still have something left. There we go. Found it. It's just about to hit end battle, but no, they showed up. Cheng and Taiju. Because they are so fast, I'm not gonna call them bad ships. Also, they have very good torpedoes and a lot of 6-inch guns. Let's actually take a look. Yeah, a lot of 6-inch guns. And a single 5.4. Could have been a 6-inch, but it's not. And it's got Gen 1 radar, scout plane, lots of stuff. Diesel engine. Yeah, it's not bad. 22-inch torpedoes. 24.6 kilometer range. They've been blown up though. Well, it's only one per side. And goodbye. There we go. It's not really that good. It's more like a very, I don't know, very big DD, except with basically no torpedoes. It's a lot of victory points. And the Gong class being one of those battleship designs that are almost good, just not quite. Havana ate some torpedoes. That's okay. Did any of my torpedo boats score torpedo hits? I completely forgot. No. No damage. Maybe it helped somehow, slowing them down, making them easier hits for the battle cruisers. But yeah, battle cruisers definitely carried. Now, let's see. How's this naval invasion going? 98%. is the heavily damaged task force. Can I combine these together? I can. I guess. No, that's 15,000 crew. How many crew members do you have? Might work. If I just move the battleship over to the to this squadron. Yeah, that should work. Hopefully. Because the crew limit, I could not... just actually combining both squadrons would just not work. But I want that battleship to have some more companions. Lexington and Saratoga still have not gotten any like convoy missions or anything, which is kind of strange. But maybe it will happen. Yeah, that's a museum port. What do we have here? Yorktown. Where's your sister? Where's Enterprise? Has Enterprise been sent in for repair? Yes, St. George's, Caribbean. It's gonna take 6 months. Here she is, yeah. Got sent to a port. That's half the size it needs to be to repair a ship of that size. That's lovely. Anyway, this invasion, 89%. This is where like half my navy is currently stuck. Gonna add these heavy cruisers to the one of the invasion fleets. Probably this one. That should help with the success chance. Oh, we got another invasion of Laos. It's not really going anywhere. Neither is any of these. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to click next turn and see what happens. Yeah, very close to shipbuilding capacity, so we're not gonna be building anything new right at this time. Ship repair is taking up some of the capacity, and well, we are building new battleships. 4 Montana class and 4 South Dakota class. Montanas with 20-inch guns. Probably not what I need right now. Would be better off building them with 16, maybe 17-inch guns. Could be an idea. Build something with 17s. Anyway, it's up to the next turn. Right, we got more meetings. They replaced their admiral, as do the Chinese. First, some strikes. 0 transport sank. 1. Like, why couldn't these ships do the strike mission and the battleships fight these guys? Do I want to try this? Success. I did not want to try that. Oh! Yeah, you just engage them on your own instead of with the task force I sent you to. So we're gonna try and fire off what we can fire off and retreat. It's kind of weird because normally what happens is a ship will join the task force it's sent to join before battles are generated. Out at top speed. You started way too close. At least you're hitting something. What are you targeting? Indeedy? Don't do that. Target the battleship. There we go. Actually getting the hits in. That's gonna slow them down. Hopefully they will not be able to follow. Well, I'm slowing down too. Next battleship. It's just taking way too much damage. Starting to take flooding damage too. Precisely not what I wanted to have happen. That's why I sent it to join the other formation. So it would not be the only capital ship going up against a huge enemy task force. don't think I can get away now. Nope. Ah, that sucks. I wish I could have set that huge, sure. That huge, task force with the battleships here to not do the strike missions. So it would actually be free to, fight enemy, enemy fleets. Well, now you need some kind of capital ship support. Lexington, Saratoga. You're joining up with these. No, you do not. Ah, because Gibraltar is held by the enemy, isn't it? Alaska, Guam. You can do that. These need to go home for repair. %78%. Why are you not generating missions? Do I have to like move you out? Maybe they can fight this group. Got so many battleships. How many do they have left now? 18 and 3 battlecruisers. Yeah, that was not nice losing that super battleship. Thankfully, I've got 3 normal battleships coming out in 3 months. And another couple of super battleships in 8 months. And then it's gonna be a year and a half for the next 2. But at least the invasion seems to be going well. And this one too, kinda. 78% is not ideal, but it's okay. Was that the first battleship I've lost in the campaign? I think it was. Yeah, let's go to December. Okay, more strike missions. Let's see, how many transports do we sink this time? 2. Here we go. That's a little bit better. Still not really the task force I wanted to see combat. But I think we can make something work here. Alaska and Guam are pretty capable. And we got the San Diegos, which we know are very capable. And a lot of torpedo boats. So let's hope the opening torpedo salvo actually does something. The Fargo class, I think I'm just going to send home at the beginning. Let's see, taking some previous damage. Let's join you with the other cruiser. Oh, you've also taken some damage. You can follow the battle cruisers. I've got a single DD. I can just go home. As can the light cruiser. Now the torpedo boats. Oh, they're different classes. Got 2 of the 30 class. You do not have a lot of torpedo range. So you can also go home. Let's see. Not that much ammo. Oh, my torpedo boats are already taking fire. Who's spotting you? Would have thought my torpedo boats were very hard to spot, being so tiny. Are we in range of the battleships yet? We are. Selecting targets. Actually, you can just launch into that blob. What are you doing? What? Okay, you have to detach. You're just getting the whole squadron killed. You just got yourself killed. Now then. Alaska, Guam. Two torpedo boats down. I would say that's acceptable. One kind of cruiser down. It says CA. Not sure if that's actually the case. Okay, we got a huge mess of targets here. Los Angeles, you have engine damage. You might want to not be here. And we are turning. Enemy battleships seem to be focusing on my heavy cruisers. It's fine, I guess. No, let's do it like this. And that. And this. None of my torpedoes hit home though. Yeah, we're getting payback for the USS America now. The Resolution is not feeling too well. Although it did go dark. Alaska and Guam both targeting the Grafton. Which they should be able to deal with. Well, that's a very expensive heavy cruiser. Actually more expensive than my battle cruisers. Why are you so expensive? I don't know. It's got the same kind of engine. It's slower and worse in every way. So of course it should cost more. Terrible and Cressy now being targeted. Guam, you can finish off the Grafton. Cruisers, all out of ammo. That means you can just go home. Keep killing the heavy cruisers just because they're kind of easy targets and very pricey. Don't think I have enough ammo left to kill those battleships. Take so many hits to go down. Draft plus 11%. That's why it's so tall. Killing DDs now. That's a waste of ammo. Okay, do some damage to Lord Nelson before we vacate the battlefield. No, finish off the resolution. We might actually be able to kill. So question is, with my latest super battleship class entering service, okay, got 2 shots left. We're out of ammo. Now, it's time to run away. Yeah, with my latest super battleship class entering service, should I just refit them right off the bat with something other than 20-inch guns? Because the 18s on the United States class just did not perform. Well, the fast-firing 14s kind of good. So I'm thinking just sticking with 16s, or instead of 820s, maybe go with maybe quad 16s, maybe that would work. Or maybe 17s. I would have to do some comparisons. Sunk most of the DDs. And 4 very expensive heavy cruisers. And the Lord Nelson. One of them. Almost dead. Oh! And this one we're gonna do next time. 4 more of the Lord Nelsons facing off against Lexington and Saratoga. We don't have much of an escort though, but I guess this is what I wanted them to do. So yeah, this one is for next time, and the plan here is just gonna be simple. Do damage and get out. Sinking all of this is just not gonna happen. But maybe we can sink 1 or 2. These are the ones with the 16s, so they do pack a punch. Well, we're gonna have to see next time. Goodbye, and take care.